Welcome to The Resolute Life. We're so glad you're here. If this is your first time joining us, we extend a warm welcome. You're about to explore a lifestyle centered around fulfillment, achievement, connection, and resilience. A resolute life. A life driven by different values and principles. If you're already familiar with our work, perhaps through past videos, our podcasts on Spotify or Apple, or our blog and social channels, we trust you found the support and insight needed to move forward with intention. Should this content resonate with you, please consider sharing it. Someone else may be waiting for exactly what you've just discovered. Walk the path together. Invite them to be resolute with you. Everything we share here is grounded in the daily life of resolute beings. Live with intent. The book is available globally through online bookstores like Amazon and Barnes & Noble, or directly through our website. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you'll never miss an episode. Let's begin. As unpacked in previous videos, once we have gained the awareness that all internal realities are different and unique, we need to embark on the journey of moving our personal distorted reality closer to the universal reality of intent. This requires a change in our internal talk. Our internal talk sustains the reality that we have created for ourselves, and our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors flow from this reality. Let's explore the mechanics of internal talk through an example. When you were a child, you might have experienced an instance where something very valuable to you, like a toy, was stolen. The actual event is an objective reality. Nothing can change the facts of what happened. But the experience of the event is very personal, impacting your internal reality. Based on your experience, your child self might have altered certain beliefs about the world, yourself, and others. For example, you might have developed a belief that everyone is always looking to prey on you, and therefore nobody can be trusted. Since that moment, throughout your life, you repeat this belief to yourself over and over, often finding proof for this belief by perceiving the world in a way that is congruent with your beliefs. You believe that everyone that accumulates material wealth must have stolen it, so all rich people are crooks. Then, when you read a newspaper article about one hedge fund guy who embezzled his client's investment money, you use this as proof that everyone steals. This proof, provided by subjective perception, is often totally removed from reality. One crooked investment banker does not mean all investors are crooked. Never mind that all people are crooks. But objective facts mean little when we choose to interpret life in our unique way. And our unique way is called our internal reality. The psychologist Jean Piaget theorized that our internal reality is made up of schemas. Schemas are cognitive frameworks, or mental structures, that organize our experience, and then help us interpret reality in very personal, meaningful ways. According to his theory, we store knowledge in the form of schemas. Every piece of information we gather throughout our lives is organized and structured into our personally constructed schemas. In turn, our schemas influence how we perceive, interpret, and remember information, helping us make sense of the world by fitting all new experiences into existing learned frameworks. These two illustrations aim to explain this in another manner. The internal talk of a mediocre lifestyle is characterized by distorted perception, a process that simply reinforces our internal reality. When awareness is absent, our internal talk becomes a vicious cycle. The mediocre person falls into the trap of deepening the distorted internal reality, steadily isolating it from universal reality, by moving further away from what is objectively real. It is a downward spiral that consumes energy, with every action making the return to universal truth increasingly difficult. This becomes a closed feedback loop, where what you believe is fed by information that repeatedly confirm your bias. But when your internal talk is influenced by both perception and a cleansed awareness, you expand your understanding of universal reality and move closer to intent. You escape the destructive cycle of the mediocre lifestyle and place yourself on a progressive path moving upward, with every action leading to discovering more universal truths, radiating with energy of intent. This is when you deliberately learn more from opinions different to yours, when you engage different people in genuine, open dialogue, and then choose to evaluate your own worldview and evolve it based on new insights. In this way, you continuously update your schemas, recalibrate your cognitive framework. By changing your internal talk, you can change your reality, and by changing your reality, you change everything. You can even change the past by changing the way you look at the past. Yes, what happened in your past might be unalterable. It is objective facts, like a toy being stolen as per our example. But your perception of the past is not unalterable. Your understanding of the past is a pattern, not a prison. For example, by understanding the effect your stolen toy has on your perception of the world, you can choose to change that perception by acknowledging that not all people are looking to prey on others. You can choose to become aware of the billions of people who actually help others. You can choose to focus on situations where people share, build, grow together. This awareness can change your perception, And this change in perception will change your entire life. By living with intent, the first principle of the resolute life, you choose to change your internal talk, and in doing so reinterpreting everything that makes up your core paradigm. Firstly, cleaning your awareness requires solitude. To grow your awareness, you must remove the stimuli that trigger your patterns of perception. Modern humans, with our addiction to electronic devices like phones, TVs, and computers, find it particularly difficult to be alone in a quiet place. Solitude is essential because only when we are alone can we enter that ever-necessary dialogue with the self. The second way to clean your awareness is closely related to solitude, and that is meditation. Meditation is a fantastic way to shift your attention away from your environment and toward concepts that elicit universal enlightenment. In the third place, take time to connect with nature. Nature, as the custodian of life, abounds with the energy needed for cleansing awareness. Find a peaceful place and absorb the colors, sounds, and textures of nature. It has a profound effect on awareness. The next two ways to change our internal talk relate to our mental dimension. Let's look at reading first. Reading, both religious and secular texts, is a popular way to escape current realities. However, it's essential to choose literature that contains content different to what you are used to, content that will challenge your internal talk. Without content that will broaden your awareness, reading becomes shallow entertainment. Read with the purpose of expanding your mind, not just passing time. Then, perhaps the best way to clean and expand your awareness is through authentic discussion. Gaining awareness requires expanding your worldview, and authentic discussions with people who are different from you achieve this. For the purpose of gaining awareness, the authenticity of your discussions is vital. Approach these conversations with a sincere desire to understand the other person's worldview, and to grow your awareness. I would like to challenge you. Take time over the next week to clean and expand your awareness. Make time to go to a quiet place where you cannot be disturbed. If you can, find this quiet place in nature. But wherever you are, shut down your electronic devices. Also, deliberately choose to engage with information that will challenge your internal talk. Strike up a conversation with someone you would not normally talk to. Read a book or articles, written from perspectives that you know will challenge your worldview. And when you engage these different viewpoints, do so from a genuine desire to understand the other point of view, and to genuinely evaluate and evolve your worldview accordingly. Thank you so much for joining us today. Remember to subscribe and to share this video with others. Check out other content on our website, socials like LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, podcasts on Spotify and Apple. Check out our WhatsApp channel for daily inspirational messages. And, if you have not done so yet, get your copy of The Daily Life of Resolute Beings Live with Intent today. Next week we are going to learn more about your triggers, what they are, and how to manage them. Until next week, live resolutely.